Master Yourself movement, aka Ultra Instinct. What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I want to talk about the brainy transformation that Goku achieved in the hour-long special against Jiren in episode 109 and 110 of Dragon Ball Super. Now, what exactly is a transformation? Let's take it all the way back to the beginning of Dragon Ball Super, which, by the way, this is so freaking hype. I want to hear from you guys down below as well. So, going back to the beginning when Whis first started taking on the training, or started training both Goku and Vegeta, he was trying to teach them a method of fighting where they basically move their body without thinking, but it was never explained. All we knew about it is that Goku and Vegeta were far from achieving it, and two, God's destructions like Beerus could not cheat his ability or fight style or transformation, whatever you want to call it. They were far from it, and there really wasn't that much of it. They kind of teased it here and there, but Goku and Vegeta just never came close. I mean, this reminds me when Whis autographed both Goku and Vegeta initially in Resurrection F. That's what that is. Now fast forward to the Turn of Power arc, here we are. Now apparently what happened was Goku's will to fight against Jiren basically kind of pushed him beyond his limits when he kind of came in contact with his own Spirit Bomb. As you guys saw, or you might not have seen, which I hope everybody at this point has watched this actual fight, basically Goku got a chance to kind of test his limits against Jiren, and he kind of baited him into doing the Spirit Bomb. So what happened is he got on top of a rock, he rose his hands, did his best, or did his thing that he always does, and he gathered a key from all the fighters from Universe 7 in the actual arena, and threw his Spirit Bomb. Now this is the interesting part. Jiren didn't just push that back with one hand, or I guess even two when Goku went Kaioken times 20 on the Super Saiyan Blue. He started pushing it back with his mind. Like he was literally just staring into Goku's soul and pushing it. That's how powerful Jiren was. Well, the way I see it is the Spirit Bomb literally collapsed under the sheer power of both Jiren pushing it upwards and Goku pushing it back. Like literally, think about taking a piece of coal or dirt or rock and just putting so much pressure into it that it collapses and turns into a diamond. Essentially, that's what happened to the Spirit Bomb, and it caused it to explode or implode, and Goku fell right into the power. Now, he had two options. Number one, either succumb to the actual Spirit Bomb and allow himself to get destroyed by it, or two, fight his way through it and not let that happen. And in the process of him kind of like pushing through, instead of being engulfed and destroyed by the Spirit Bomb, he absorbed it, and that became his power source to achieve his transformation. Basically, what happened was when he was in his transformation, or this state of movement, Master Yourself movement, he was acting before thinking. That's why he was able to counter so many attacks from not just Jiren, but also the Pride Troopers as well. When both Dispo and Topo jumped in, he countered like it was nothing. I feel like he should have just tossed him out of the ring just to make it a little bit more dramatic and to show like the ascension of power, because we've seen Topo take on Goku so many times prior to this point. Not a lot, but it was like a handful of times, and it was always kind of dead even when it came down to them two fighting. So had he just tossed them both out in like one shot, that would really show the growth and the ability of Goku in his transformation. Now here's the weakness, is the heat. Because he wasn't able to completely master the heat, he kind of like let it go out, and this reminds me of when he first became Super Saiyan God against Beerus, and he lost that power and then lost the ability. So what's going to happen now is we're right now to a point where Goku hasn't really quite figured out what happened yet, and I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a part 2 to his transformation. Why do I think that? Well, because they just kind of left it incomplete, number one, and two, the biggest clue right now is in Dokkan Battle. Literally the second the episode finished airing, like, well, it was more like couple hours later. Later that evening, after the episode finished airing, they released the UR version of Goku, of the Ultra Instinct Goku. Now, to those who are not familiar to Dokkan Battle, when they release a card, it's part of like a Dokkan Festival, like a special card. It has an awakening. It goes from SSR to UR, and then when you awaken it using the in-game events, it becomes a Transcendent UR. This card was released without that. That tells me that they're saving it to UR later, and not just that, but they also didn't even release the event. And even if you look up the data inside the game, it's missing that transformation or that ascendant state. So that leads me to believe that at some point, and I'm sure we'll look back at this video many months later, at some point in the future of this arc, he'll figure out, he being Goku, he'll figure out a way to tap into that power again, but at the next level, and then he's gonna fight toe-to-toe to Jiren. Because like when it came down to the way he was fighting against Jiren, he wasn't quite. Like, Jiren wasn't necessarily, he wasn't necessarily stronger than Jiren. It was kind of like on the same level. According to what everybody said, Jiren hasn't even reached his full power yet prior to the transformation being, you know, reached. But once Goku reached it, he was able to actually put in some work on Jiren and actually do some damage, but not enough to, like, take him out. So that tells us that in his base form, Goku is not necessarily stronger than Jiren, but he's like kind of up there. But once he gets that transformation, if there is one, which I'm sure there's going to be, then from there on, it's going to be the actual climax fight, and then we'll really see master yourself movement and on action. So basically, just to kind of break down what the transformation is, it's moving without thinking. You're so advanced and in touch with your body, you can kind of do stuff before it even happens. That makes sense. Think of it like it's kind of like the time skip, but not really. It's like you just do stuff before it even happens. That's why, like, when Goku was knocked out afterwards, when the power ran out, he's kind of like, I don't even know what happened. Like he blacked out completely with the power or the Spirit Bomb. So yeah, that is Ultra Instinct with Goku, and I cannot wait to see what the actual complete transformation is, which is funny because I remember when the transformation was initially revealed, a lot of people speculated that there was actually more to it. There's got to be something, because it felt kind of incomplete, and based on seeing all the evidence and seeing the actual transformation in its base form on the actual battlefield, there's definitely going to be a lot more. So with that said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you have any personal theories that you want to break down as far as what you think the transformation is and how it actually works and what it is to be mastering of your movement and do stuff before thinking, feel free to talk about it down below. If you enjoyed the video as well, feel free to leave a like as well, and anything else you want to discuss in the comment section. You know how this works. This YouTube thing has been around for a long time. With that said, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Rhymestyle. I'll see you guys in the comment section below. Peace.